light where what I think about depression. Look, I think why everyone's depressed and why depression's so serious is a couple of things. I think first of all that we're all attached to the physical and material world that surrounds us, and that's causing us to be in a state of lack and a state of fear, and it goes counterintuitively to what our spiritual being is all about, because our spiritual being in essence can never be in a state of fear. It can only be in a state of abundance. So we know this, but we're trying to live in this world of material possessions and in a constant state of lack. We're constantly struggling to find the next thing to satisfy us, and we have exposure to the entire world now, and we basically know that no matter where you go or what you buy or what you stick into your body, it is never going to give you the satisfaction of what you can produce in your own heart, man. And most people are afraid to allow their heart to guide them. They're afraid to make contact, because if they make contact, then they know they've been living a lie. And most people don't want to face the fact that they spent a majority of their lifetime living a lie. And depression's a real thing, but I think that half the concept of depression is that you're supposed to find some sort of cure to it that comes in another material form, whether it be pills, psychiatrists, whatever it is. And hey, you got to do your own personal trip about it. But I guess what I'm saying is the one solution we're never given to our own spiritual dilemma is a power greater than ourselves. The universe, call it God, source energy, whatever that may be. But it's right inside of us. And most of us aren't accessing it. And so we're in a state of depression because we're living in a duality. We're trying to make this count more than infinite love and consciousness that is in our heart. So we're depressed. And this ties into the darkness. For me, I tried to find happiness in the material world through people, places, and things. And it led me to depression. It led me to the darkness. And I'm grateful for the darkness because I embraced the darkness. And it was the darkness that showed me what the light is. And so it was a gift. Now, how did I get out of the darkness? I just stopped, man. I stopped thinking I knew any answers. I stopped thinking there were any answers. And I asked for help, man. I asked for help from two complete strangers, and they helped me. Yeah, I was medicating my depression my way with drugs and alcohol. And it was just making me more depressed. Yeah, sure, it numbed some of the pain, so to speak, but at the end of the day, man, it still was what it was, which was my inability to coexist in a duality, man, because I wasn't in conscious contact with my spiritual source, which was, a God of my understanding, if you will. So when it all began to change for me was, I asked for help and I stopped looking for answers. And once I asked for help, answers started to arrive. And I think the moment I really understood what was going on, I was out surfing this pretty heavy beach break that has a really bad local vibe and the whole thing. And, it's one of those places that I fully exist in. And I was surfing, and this dude this dude smiles at me and it's like, why don't you take this wave? And I took that wave, and it was a big, like, double overhead A-framing peak. And I fully got this super sick ride. And then I came out and I was sitting out there, and he was like, yeah, that was a rad wave, man. And another one came up, and he was like, you rode that wave so well, why don't you take this one too? And I was like, rad. And that was the minute that I understood how much my own energy field affected the world around me, and that I could manifest a different energy field. And the minute I did that, people were sharing it with me. And so as I progress further, what cures my depression, what keeps me from falling back into the darkness, is my being of service to my fellow beings, of me trying to help another individual in life, whether it be the little old lady crossing the road, or helping another human being free themselves from the bondage of drug and alcohol, whether it being making these videos and it actually helping someone, whether it's answering the two people's questions I'm answering right now. So, you know, that's sort of where my trip is with it, is depression's a real thing. And that kind of gets me to where I'm at right now. Is I don't dig what's going on up in the States, man. I've been checking it out. It really disappoints me that my fellow countrymen are allowing all that weird martial law shit to go down in Boston, that the people of Boston are just taking it, that no one's standing up for their own rights, that there's military running in the streets of Boston with armored personnel carriers and machine guns. It's fucking ridiculous, man. And the mere fact that if you're up there in America and you're watching this and you aren't outraged, sketches me out, man. And it makes me want to stay down here, because I'll tell you, the people of Chile know what an authoritative dictatorship is like after 26 years of Pinochet back in the day. And these people are absolutely fucking mellow and helpful and super chill. And, you know, so I was like, you know, I can't go to the States right now because I'm too, like, stoked out being down here. But, you know, like, once again, I need to ask the viewing public for some assistance, man. Like, I didn't really, like, think it out. I just sort of went with the concept of staying down here a little bit longer, but I didn't really think about, like, money and shit, because that's kind of far from my mind sometimes. So yeah, man, if you want to donate to the Illusions soul-searching adventure down in Chile. By the way, look at this. I mean, that's what's going on down here. It's beautiful down here. And you know, make a donation to my PayPal account, the whole thing. But all I can really say is the answer to everything lies within your heart, lies within getting silent, getting in touch with your innermost self, and being of service to a fellow human being. And personally, I don't think that it can be found in a pill, a drug, another person, one more material possession. I don't think it can be found in anything that is temporal and material. I think that it comes from a source much deeper than ourselves. And I just want to thank all you guys, because without your encouragement, I wouldn't be down here doing it, whatever it is I'm doing, which is basically a soul-searching mission, and realizing what a mellow world looks like. What a world that is not the chaos of the United States of America is supposed to look like. And the Chilean people got it going on, man. I haven't seen trouble down here. People don't lock things. Like, you don't have to lock your bike. No one owns a bike lock. There's no cops hassling people. There's no bad trips going on down here. It's just people, like, living here, being alive, being part of the solution. Anyway, this is the illusion. If you want to support my quest to find my own personal spiritual enlightenment and keep doing whatever it is that I'm doing that you guys are stoked on, please feel free to make a donation. Hey, if not, it's no big deal, man. Like, don't even sweat it. This isn't like some sort of guilt trip, dude. I get it, dude. If you don't got it, don't sweat it, man. This is only for the people who can. So that's what this is all about. And if you can't, man, just go help another human being out, man. That's all I really want in this life, is for all of us to start loving one another and helping each other out in times of chaos and trouble. All right, much love. This is The Illusion, out.